Hello! What is up? What is up? How's everyone doing today? What do you mean? Wait, what the hell? Hi, kitten. Wait, I thought that I fixed this problem. Fuck. The stream is pretty choppy. I know, I just noticed that. Damn. Well, I guess that just means that I cannot. Alright, well, I just gotta stop the recording then. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that just means that I need a new GPU. That's all that is. That's unfortunate. I thought if I was only streaming to YouTube and not to Kick and recording, it would be alright. But it seems that that's just not going to happen. That's really unfortunate. So let me CC 2.4, CC 2.2. Okay, so it looks like we are no longer losing frames at least. Yep, we have a kitten. Okay. That's unfortunate. That really sucks. I was hoping that we could get the local recordings done. Oh well. Well, I mean, if we're doing that, I might as well stream to Kick. If I can't record, I might as well dual stream. Because if I could only do two, I would just stream to YouTube and record. But since it looks like recording is just not possible regardless. Anyway, but yeah, since I cannot actually record, which is wild because I used to be able to. I used to record all the time. But whatever. Wait, let me just double check one setting real quick. Yeah, I did change it back to whatever. It's fine. It's not the end of the world regardless. So yeah, last week we dealt with this shit over here. We talked to Hieronymus. Wait, let me look at my uninhabited worlds and ruthlessly destroying Imperial outposts. Still waiting for news from an ancient arc. Winterscale's realm arrived on Footfall. They went to Foulstone. You have a Gamma, that's mine. Stolen stars are extremely rare. The Drakari have been observed stealing suns. Wreak devastation across entire solar systems. Well, yeah, that's what happens when you steal the sun. It destroys the solar system. What? Is the frequency of the depriving human value of stars that raises suspicion? What could have prompted this increase in their rapacious activities? Also, I like how this is just a thing that people know can happen. Suspicious. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they did in, that's what they did in the other area. Dargonis, Kiev. Yeah. I haven't seen all the streams. Yeah, so yeah, the thing that the cultists kept talking about on Rykad, the Final Dawn, was them talking about them stealing the sun. Here we go. Conducting rituals into shadow quarters in place marked with a blue and gold sun. If they are heretics, they must be eradicated. The presence of Sister Argenta is highly advisable. So wait. Let me go back, because this is Carnival Barker, the rest of Footfall. This is the Shadow Quarter, or at least something. Okay, so let's go back down into the warehouse. Does like Argenta personal quest? Kind of, sort of, yeah. I was literally at the fucking end of the fucking... Alright, so we need to go back down here, which is just down to the sewers. So wait, it was marked the blue and gold sun. Graphical glitching. How dare they? Maybe not. Maybe it's not in here. Wait, can I get down here? No, I can't. Okay, so maybe... I thought that was maybe the Shadow District. Know your duty. Apparently not. Where would it be then? Where would it be? Can I go back in here? No. I guess we just haven't gotten there yet. All right, let's just do the thing. Let's just do the thing that I said that I was gonna do. Who does he look like? He looks like somebody. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. What character is it? I'm trying to think. Dr. Arkham? You talk about the Mr. Freeze? Yeah, Mr. Freeze. Definitely, I could see that. He also has a little bit of the doctor from, it might be the glasses. The doctor from Nightmare Before Christmas. My patience, you remember the way out. Dismissed. The tall man in austere gray clothes makes a show of looking past the woman he's addressing. Vladame, Vladame, Vladame. What has he put such harsh words into your mouth? You talk like you're an imperial clerk, not one of us. The woman, who is standing with her back to you, lets out an ostentatious laugh, and her tone changes dramatically. Where's my cargo, Vladame? Falco has it, doesn't he? So that's how you do business with your old friends these days? So you don't remember. Then the help will remind you. Guards, escort her out. Hey, Dari, move. The massive guard leans down to the woman and says in a lowered voice, Jay, get going while he's letting you. Go drown your sorrows in a masochist, and thank your lucky stars you're able to walk out the door. You won't get the chance next time. Oh! We have another thing for the Shadow Quarters. First an insult and now threats. I see courtesy and tact are no longer a valued commodity on Footfall. Oh well, I'll find myself a better deal. Turns on her heel and heads toward the exit. As she passes you by, she gives you a quick once-over, winks at you, then immediately turns away with a flip of her jet black hair. Bye. Yeah, I've never seen Zeta Gunham. The tall man, who has long since noticed your presence, is studying you intently. Vladame Takara, Liege of Footfall. Let us please proceed to my office. A spread befitting a visitor of your rank is waiting. Your entourage will be accommodated nearby. Think that gal is a companion? Maybe so. Maybe so. Please follow me. Okay. While you're engaged in small talk, you get a chance to take the measure of Liege Takara. His expression is aloof and focused, his gestures curt and firm, and his speech calm and quiet, as though he's used to people always listening to what he says. Judging by his observant gaze, he has been studying you, in turn, this whole time. Vladame straightens in his chair and says in a polite but completely indifferent tone, let's talk business. On behalf of the elite of Footfall Station, I offer you my condolences, Lord von Valancius. We mourn Lady Theodora's loss, and we hope this sentiment is taken as a sign of our good intentions and willingness to cooperate. I hope that under your guidance, the dynasty can recover from this blow and attain even greater power. I'm impressed by your prudence. Your decision to arrive on Footfall incognito without announcing either the death of the previous rogue trader or your own status was quite wise. The rumors will spread sooner or later. It's impossible to keep secret something that's known to the thousands of people serving on a void ship, but for now, you're free to reap the benefits of anonymity. As you may have noticed, Footfall is currently in a state of crisis. Its people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself. Who's this? Who's that woman the wardens threw up? Ladame's expression hardens and he makes a frustrated gesture. A dead woman walking. Some, however, still call her Jay Haydari, a small-time hustler with big ambitions that will lead her to a sticky end. It's strange, a small-time hustler, even a particularly audacious one, wouldn't likely quarrel in public with a figure as important as the Liege of Footfall. What seems stranger still is that the Liege knows this small fry by name. She is irrelevant. Since I'm the one in control of the situation on Footfall, I could speak on behalf of all of its noteworthy residents. I was attacked right at the docks. An outrageous stunt. A show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, such incidents on Footfall are akin to natural disasters. Impossible to predict or preempt. They simply happen. Many consider Footfall to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say that there is a difference between organized crime and gangs of thugs who have nothing to lose. You were attacked by the latter. The Anvers are a gang of punks who spit on our customs and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue, a rabble-rouser who calls for people's heads, not a commander. Sooner or later, we will find him. Drug up. God damn it. It is way too early for me to start yawning. That will likely cool his followers' enthusiasm or stoke the flames. Behind the carefully built facade of composure, you see anger. It appears that this man is not used to losing control, but that is exactly what is happening. You got the sleepies? I hope not. I just got up. He grits his teeth slightly before answering. I've been using all my resources to delay the moment when the station is hit by famine. I haven't gotten around to the Anvers yet. As detrimental as they are, they're no players. When their leader dies, the rest will scatter. Sorry for the loss of your assistant. What? Your words seem to have perplexed him for a moment, but his face remains cold. Oh, that. Yes, her death is a regrettable development. Jesus. What's with option 3? What was option 3? I already forgot. What was option 3 here? I can actually... Oh, it's literally just you trying to fuck with the person, yeah. Okay, so who the hell's Proctor Anthar? I forget who this is, so I'm asking this question to remind myself. Oh, wait, is that the dude with the dog? Shortly before you did. He was interested in certain sensitive information, which I happen to possess, and he also required access to the dock cogitators containing logging and administration data. Naturally, I offered my full cooperation and provided the esteemed arbitrators with a designated area at the docks where they could work away from the bustle and din of the crowd. I assume that is where the Proctor is at the moment. What's the situation in the region? Troubling. Xenos raids are growing more frequent, trade is suffering, and fringe worlds are going under. Rumors of atrocities being committed by enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. The core of the Imperium forces in the Crotus expanse has departed from the sector's borders to combat the Xenos threat. There has been no word from them for a while now. Then again, with the distance and the current issues with astropaths, that is not entirely out of the ordinary. Still, we are not yet alone. From several of the worlds hit by Xenos attacks, we received reports of fierce warriors who descended from the sky and entered the fray. The fragmentary accounts lead me to believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes are operating in the Coronis Expanse, and I await news of their victories with great anticipation. Ah, Space Marines. No, there haven't. Less names coming into this. Attacking Footfall in general is not a particularly reasonable thing to do. Many ships are docked here at any given time, and even the listed weapons on board would make for a decent fighting force. And that's not even to mention the firepower that our esteemed merchants have shamefully hidden from the station's customs official. For us here, Xenos are more of a source of income than a threat. I'm convinced that your connections with Footfall will allow you to broaden your knowledge and understanding of Xenos considerably. I'll see to it that your curiosity is satisfied in every way. What sort of patronage do you seek? Protection. Not military protection, but a different kind of security. You have, of course, already encountered difficulties with warp navigation on your way here. Yes. Yeah, this is like the governor of this station. I was corrected when I referred to it as a planet between yesterday's stream and today. It is not a planet. It's like a space station basically. Already encountered difficulties with Norbay. I'm afraid the scope of these difficulties extends far beyond this area. Reports of disrupted routes and ships vanishing during short jumps are coming in from across the entire sector. Yeah, I think it was originally an asteroid that they converted into like a space station, like a trading hub. Communication with the Calixis sector has been extremely unstable. Of the ships that have dived into the Maw in recent years, none have yet returned. The last ship that came through the Maw from the other side was struck by a temporal anomaly. The jump took almost 2 decades in real space-time. Jesus. Officers from Port Wander, where you still have contacts from your days in the Navy, often talks about the whims of the Maw, the only route from the Imperium to the Coronis Expanse. Even so, Vladame's words are particularly alarming. It seems that something has had a profound effect on the Maw. And this brings us to our main issue. Footfall is a repair shipyard and a trading post. We barely produce anything ourselves and are largely dependent on incoming shipments, especially food shipments. The station, naturally, has some reserves, but the supply issues didn't start yesterday. Footfall would be obliged if House von Valancius would assist us by signing a contract for food deliveries. Naturally, I've tried contacting other rogue traders, but the terms of House Corda would have bled Footfall dry, and as for the esteemed Caligos Winterscale, instead of a food shipment from him, I received a transport, the Navica, packed with refugees. I had to send them off to Foulstone. So many extra mouths to feed would have only worsened the crisis further. Hey, baby. You gonna hop over? Come here. She is so hesitant to hop whenever I'm wearing these fluffy clothes. So many extra mouths to feed would have only worsened the crisis further. I suppose all these warp fluctuations must have created more pressing concerns for Lord Winterscale. And so I put my faith in you, the third and last of Footfall's allies. I'm not gonna throw this in his face. He's been polite so far. So yeah, we're just gonna ask what the terms of the deal are. It's simple. Delivery of food shipments from your fertile worlds. Janus, I imagine. I'm quite familiar with that jewel of the Von Valancius Protectorate. In exchange for fair payment. Don't want to tell him that he fucked up on his job. Yeah, like he's been, like I said, he's been polite. Jesus, those first two are fucking, my God. Get on your knees and ask properly, then I will help. Fucking hell. Do I want the Iconoclast XP? I really do. So I'm assuming that this is either Profit Factor or Iconoclast, right? That is what I'm trading here. That's gay to me. Look, you know? When your options are a mutant, a zealot with a shotgun, an actual death cultist, or a governor of a planet, or a governor of a space station. You know, like, there's a... Oh yeah, by the way, a mutant with a third eye and can accidentally kill people with her emotions. Do I want Profit Factor or do I want Iconoclast XP? Which is more important to me right now? Yeah, the different, like, I'm assuming that, like, the only one that I'm not sure. Yeah, you got Cassia. Yeah, Cassia, Argenta, and Cabela are like the three females that are in our party at the moment. Can I check my... No, I can't open my menu. Oh, kidding. I'm immensely obliged, your lordship. I assume you're going to need time to get the shipments up and running. I can wait. On my end, I promise you complete cooperation with your endeavors. Rest assured, I will be candid. My lips are bound by the oath of service. What exactly interests you on Footfall? This abode of merchants, xenotech traders, and only a few bandits. What oath are you referring to? There's a certain custom on Footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives at the station and docks is considered to be its absolute ruler, and the Liege their loyal servant. That makes me your servant. Vladame's arrogant bearing contradicts his words. However, as long as you remain incognito, it'd be difficult for you to use this privilege. Keep in mind, if you wish to communicate with the less knowledgeable inhabitants of the station, for them, you are an ordinary visitor of Footfall. And I, in turn, will remember your gracious attitude. Now remember it when the esteemed Caligos Winterscale returns to discover that Footfall is no longer under his patronage. He'll be displeased upon finding his demesne encroached upon and will try to take it back, and Caligos Winterscale's displeasure is a very, very hazardous phenomenon. A fight between two rogue traders will ensue, and as ridiculous as it may sound, its outcome will most likely depend on the allegiance of the station's humble liege. Well, he tells me you used to be a bit of a bandit to yourself. You aren't wrong. My path was long and bloody, but in the end I rose from running a gang that had staked its claim to a treatment filter station to becoming the Liege of Footfall. Many died to make this possible, and those who survived figured it would be more convenient to put me at the head than continue the slaughter of the turf war. I can only hope that my elevation and the peace that came with it have done the station good. I appreciate your breadth of thinking. In this day and age, very few choose to allow themselves such a thing. Who else the reins of the Xenogoods? The Casbalica mission, a criminal syndicate that has seized control of the entirety of the cold trade in the sector. Xenos creations are in high demand, and so every single colony has a Casbalican agent or two. Opposing their commercial interest is a lot more dangerous than using their merchandise. Bill goes, so the smile appears on his lips. Still, making friends with this organization is as profitable as it is dangerous to make enemies of them. And it just so happens that I've managed to earn their trust, and on Footfall, they conduct their business under my watchful eye. I have no more questions. Where do we go to make a few deals? Here, I'm the main dealer. Here. I am the main dealer on the station, and it would be disrespectful of me to suggest that you take your business to Footfall traders of lesser importance. Still, you might take an interest in a few people of note. For example, Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso. Yep, we already met him. This servant of the ecclesiarchy is rumored to purchase sacred relics from captains, and other traders don't seem keen on becoming his competitors. If you're looking for goods that can entertain you, find Octaviana and at the establishment called the Adeptus Amassicus. The chemical bliss that she offers is refined and possesses a satisfactory degree of purity. Just don't ask her to pour you her signature drink. It's meant for common Footfall rabble, not discerning clientele. Alright, let's see what you got. I'm at your service. You can expect the most generous discounts. Well, I am a fucking rogue trader. Literally just 200. Anything that there's a multiple of I am getting rid of immediately. At least of these first two, right? Oh, that's one of the death cult weapons. Precise las pistol. Bowhammer. Bringer of Terror. Like an actual named thing. There's so many different, like, these are just, like, different fucking patterns, and I kind of hate it. Wait, let me just... Okay, so that's just a normal bolt pistol. Blast pistol. Laser weapons are effective against targets in cover and targets with high dodge. Interesting. All of that, it's still only 1,400. God damn. All right, anyway. This user is all by 2 for each level of Iconoclast while decreasing characteristics by 10 until the end of combat. Does not stack. Okay. I hate that it doesn't automatically fucking... Whatever, it's fine. Oh, shit, we leveled up. Oh, shit, what was I gonna do? Zero AP. And... it's just an extra attack. Wait, what's hemorrhage? Lethality over 10, rending damage that ignores armor and deflection at the beginning of each of the target's turns. Gotcha. When you bleed a lot? I know what it means in real life. I think this is just the right thing to pick. Like, this becomes... Like, we saw what my lethality was before. It was like 130. So, like, this bleed effect is actually going to be, like, crazy. All right, what do we get? Bulwark. Vanguard gains damage deflection against ranged attacks equal to the number of stacks of unyielding beacon. Additionally, the Vanguard becomes immune to push and forced movement effects until their next turn. Defensive stance. Vanguard gains 10 plus 2 times the number of parry until their next turn. When the Vanguard parries an enemy's attack, they immediately make an attack of opportunity with a minus 20 penalty to weapon skill against that enemy. Okay, so we already have something that gives him this, but this allows him to... Wait, because that's an item, right? We have an item on him that does that? Wait, don't we have... Wait, does he already have an ability that does that? Yeah. With their secondary weapon against the same enemy. Okay, so we're shield bashing. Oh! So would this allow me to swing with both the sword and the shield? I think we're gonna do that one. Well, the braced effect lasts a day. You obviously can use the get off me ability once per round, and the targets of their melee attacks was or fall prone. Gotcha. Oh, interesting. Okay. An attack with a second weapon in their current weapon set in addition to the usual one attack per round. Oh, shit, wait. Oh, there's a lot of good fucking beats down here for him. An attack with the second weapon in their current weapon set in addition to the usual 1 attack per round. Suffers a -20 penalty and costs 1 AP more. I think that's less useful. This gives me another opportunity to counter, right? Because we already have one that allows me to counter upon a parry, but this allows me to counter on a block as well. All right, what are we doing? Target gains 5% damage, 5% additional damage for every 10 stacks of tactical advantage. Master Tactician loses half their... Yeah. Uses a heroic act before the beginning of the Master Tactician's next turn. They gain plus 25 momentum. It's very specific. Target ally or the Master Tactician gains plus 1 resolve for every 5 stacks of tactical advantage the Master Tactician has, but the Master Tactician loses half their... Yes. Stacks and lasts until the end of combat. Until the beginning of the Master... Okay. 2 temporary wounds and 1 additional temporary wound for every 2 stacks of tactical advantage. You lose half of them. Whenever the target loses the temporary wounds from damage, target gains momentum equal to the number of temporary wounds lost. That would actually kind of combo pretty well with this, right? I kind of want to do this so that she actually has like a ranged attack, like a single target attack. Because right now she only has like that massive cone. So it's kind of, it can be difficult to, so for right now, I feel like we just do this, right? 24 to willpower and toughness until the end of combat. Warp damage. Yeah, I think we take this. I think Strong Point is also quite good. But I think getting her a single target, like navigator attack is actually really strong. All right, and what do we do with you? Okay, so let's see. Immediately inflicts bleeding 5 on an ally of their choice. 5 bonus to dodge and 3 additional MP until bleeding ends for any reason. Nah, no thanks. Next ranged attack or psychic staff ability hits inflicts a damage over time effect. Really? Places 30% of maximum wounds of their wounds with the same number of temporary wounds until the end of combat. Well, they have temporary wounds. All their melee attacks damage over time effects deal additional 30% of maximum. What's her 48? What's 30% of that? What is 30% of 48? Like how much? 14. Okay. Movement through these bloodstained cells costs the executioner 0 MP. The ally gains 5 plus Medicaid. It'd be 80. So 8% bonus to dodge. So you bleed 5 health per turn, but you gain an 8% bonus to dodge and 3 additional MP per turn. That's not worth it. I don't think. You can't die anyway, but okay, so that's actually something I kind of don't like that about this game. The fact that there's no like as long as you don't TPK, there's no like major repercussions for losing a character in a fight. All those non-damaging moves in Pokemon when you're a kid. Yeah, right. I feel like it's just reckless abandon, right? Yeah, I think this one's just good. So you lose 14 health to gain 14%. Oh, 15. I guess it rounds up. Okay. Gains 15 health, or we lose 15 health. We gain 15 temporary health. And we do an additional 15% damage on all of our stuff, basically. Free single attack with a selected weapon. The attack always hits, does not end the bounty hunter's movement, but deals only 32% of the bounty hunter's usual damage. What does this scale off of? Ballistic skill plus perception bonus. Oh. Okay. After each third enemy killed by claim the bounty hunter recovers +1 charge of hunt down the prey. If claim the bounty kills a target marked as prey, the bounty hunter receives +2 AP. When his next attack this turn will have additional effect. Wait, does this count? Yeah, it does cost AP. You only use this once? Yeah. That'd be a little busted if you could just spam this, right? Bounty Hunter's next attack this turn will have additional effects. Deals additional 5 damage. Target's armor will be reduced by 3 times the target's difficulty tier. Below 20%, the target's dodge is also reduced. And it's increased by 10. Ballistic skill plus the greater of perception or intelligence, which is intelligence right now. Next attack during this turn will have 100% over penetration and 6% armor penetration. Attack hits that hits a target marked as prey is always a critical hit. I think I just want to claim the bounty. Like, it's an extra attack. Like, I always want extra attacks. Extra attacks are always good. So that thing that I just said, extra attacks is always good. That still applies 2 seconds later. Oh. Lord Captain, I am pleased to report that the inspections have been completed and all identified system failures have been resolved. The void ship is ready to depart Footfall. The crew is waiting for your further instructions. There's also a number of issues that need to be addressed. We also received word from Proctor Solomon Anthar, the arbitrator whose squad we retrieved from Owlcat Minoris. He has requested an audience with you and said he'll be waiting at the Footfall docks. Hell yeah. Ooh, there's no loot. No loot to be had. Oh. Bastian Corda, a well-groomed young man, calls out to you. He is clean-shaven and dressed in clothes that are expensive but unshowy, with a bright aquila embroidered in a prominent spot. Wait, hold up. Corda, that's one of the rogue traders. Noble sir, a minute of your time, if you please. I'm Bastian and Corda, youngest cousin of House Corda, envoy of Incendia Bastal Corda, a rogue trader of the Coronis Expanse. By the grace of the most holy emperor, and you must be an envoy of Theodora von Valancius. I noticed that you arrived on the esteemed lady's ship. Corda, They're some of the most influential rogue traders in the Coronis Expanse, but not on Footfall. Station is under the control of House Winterscale until now. Then we are about to hear a most curious offer. You are speaking to her, heir. What a tragedy, what a terrible loss. Please accept my condolences, your lordship. May the Emperor's light be with the righteously departed. May their brilliance never dim in the memory of this. Okay, yeah. Prattle on a bit more, huh? What did you wish to speak to me, Agent? As a matter of utmost delicacy, you see, you've been to the residence of the Liege. Vlade almost certainly appealed to you for assistance in the arrangement of shipments to Footfall. The Von Valancius Protectorate is famed for the abundance of its main agri-rural Jadis. It would be odd for him not to see such an opportunity when Footfall is on the verge of famine. We've already announced our terms to the Liege, but he is stalling, I imagine, in hopes of getting a better offer from you. The Corda dynasty believes that cooperation would be preferable for both rogue trader houses. If you refuse Vladame, thereby forcing him to agree to a deal with us, the Corda dynasty can promise you a share of the profits from the future contract, as well as certain other perquisites. One second. A thing regarded as a special right or privilege enjoyed as a result. Oh, it's a perk. Fuck you and your fucking ostentatious bullshit. Like, nobody says this word. Whatever, it's fine. Everybody benefits. The Emperor's most loyal servants should be more concerned with carrying his will through the stars than less with divvying up profit among themselves, especially when the well-being of one of the Imperium's worlds is at stake, even one such as Footfall. Behind your smile, Master Bastian, teal shadows swirl. Others may not see them, but your worry cannot escape my eye. What are you afraid of? Your house's wrath should these negotiations prove fruitless, or the wrath of House von Valancius? Not at all. Would you like to take these negotiations somewhere where suitable so that I may go over the details? He gets shot. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Like, what the hell? This is the second time this has happened. Here. Just here. This is the second time this has happened. Why did they kill him? What did he do? I have no idea. I have literally no idea why they just killed him. Where am I putting Terry at? Oh shit, there's a guy right here. Oh shit, there's a lot of guys right here.
Faith without deed. I'll do it. Strike is a prayer.
All right. Please? No! Damn it. All right. Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean? I can hit this guy from a further angle, but I can't hit him here? Was also a rogue trader. He wasn't a rogue trader. Only I'm paying attention. I'm also playing Pokemon. Fair. No, so he wasn't a rogue trader. He was the youngest cousin of a rogue trader.
Doubt is for the weak.
Yeah. Oh shit, I forgot to set Pascal up somewhere.
Rejoice in service.
Nah, because we got guards up here that saw it.
Let's get to it.
You dumb motherfucker. Who's the next up? Next up is Pascal. Wait, what? What? Oh, okay. I was about to get real mad there. What? It was only 3 stacks. Boo.
Request approved.
I was hoping that it would bounce over here. Didn't quite get there. I could use this as a new attack. When does he go? Oh, he's like super late. All right, cool. Where's this guy? Oh, over here. Okay. All right. What does this one do? Reckless abandon. Oh, yeah, that's right.
The other side awaits.
What does this do again? Where it hurts? Oh, yeah, yeah.
The shadows.
Uh... Oh, shit. She got him, too. Hell yeah. Damn. It kind of sucks that I'm out of AP because I could get back here and finally kill this guy. Dude, she just wiped out like 2/3 of the enemies in this fight. Cabela is so fucking overpowered. Like, this is actually wild how strong this woman is.
Time to slaughter someone.
Get wrecked.
If I may.
Wait, you could do more than one of these? Wait, what happened? Wait. Wait, is there something that allows me... Why was I able to just take damage to do a thing? Wait, is it an inventory thing? Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, okay. I forgot that that was on her staff. Okay. I was like, what the fuck just allowed me to do this? We have this man here.
Here we go.
No way, that just ended the fucking... Ah, that's annoying.
Let's make it quick.
This guard is not going to be able to do any fucking thing. What? What just happened? Nice. God damn it. Oh shit, it was a 27? Wait, why is this so shitty? What? Excuse me? Oh, fuck you. Alright, fine. You prick. I don't know why I'm doing all this stuff. I could literally just kill him. Yeah, I was gonna say, literally the only way that I miss is if I roll another nat 1. Oh, okay. Really? This dude's in a fucking Rogue Trader family and he's only got this garbage fucking inventory shit? Ugh. Sector 2, watch your back, make sure you're not being followed. Stun grenade. Five percent dodge if the wearer's agility is more than 40. Chain axe. You know what? I'm just gonna take.
Let the faith guide my path to.
Wait, what do you mean? I can't loot the fucking boss? No new fuzzy stories for work? Nah, work's been pretty boring this week, honestly. Hasn't really been a whole lot going on. Just been a whole lot of same old, same old. Is that your way of saying that I'm not speaking enough? Is that what it is? Oh, we can just go there. Okay. Wait, they gain plus 10 weapon skill for each ally adjacent to the target? That's kind of wild. Oh, Rogue Trader, I would like to remind you about Reverend Hieronymus' request. He asked us to search for a potential cultist den. Yes. What? No! Argenta shakes her head and rubs her temples tired. Apologies, Rogue Trader. Being here on Footfall is difficult for me. Minor personal weakness, but I'm as ready to fight as ever. It will have no effect on my combat skills. Long story time. Let's go. I wasn't born in the Expanse. I was sent here to be a guardian of a reliquary on Footfall, but my ship became caught in a warp anomaly, and although it lasted only a few days for those aboard, decades had flown by in real space. Okay, so she's talking about the one that they were talking about earlier. When last time I rise on Footfall, it felt like I had been erased from time. No one was waiting for me on this side of the maw. The people who were supposed to greet me, who knew about my imminent arrival, had died. The reliquary that should have been mine to safeguard had instead been taken under the protection of Reverend Hieronymus and his brethren. They were more than up to the task. They had no need of my help. Footfall became my cage. I didn't know who I was or what purpose I had here. The way back to Calixis seemed like another trap. Even if I were to find a ship headed there, by sector, by order, they too would have lived decades without me by that point. Whenever I'm reminded of those months spent on Footfall, it feels like I'm falling into a pit. I hope the rumors of cultists turn out to be true. Can't wait to prove with my bolter that the world of the Imperium need me. There was a time where I have said it was likely fabrication. One could say many things about the Casbalica mission and the other shady operators on Footfall, but even those thugs are loyal to the Emperor, and so they mercilessly exterminate outright heretics in their territory. But now, heretics have launched an open attack on a Rogue Trader ship. A member of your dynasty, Kunrad Voitvir, has turned out to be one of them, and Footfall itself is sinking deeper and deeper into madness. In these times of strife, I'm willing to believe in heretics who openly perform their dark rituals and brazenly mark their dens with sacrilegious symbols. Sign almost a portent to show me the right path. Met Lady Theodora. Gotcha. We have to keep going.
The Shadow Quarters. When I was last on Footfall, I used to take my weapon and wander this area, anticipating an encounter with a mutant or a bandit.
Why are your recollections of this so blue? And the more you talk about it, the darker the blue becomes.
By the blood of martyrs.
It was time to destroy these tiles. They were definitely pried out with purpose and diligence. Now is our time, not theirs. Go to their homes, drag them out of their best, carve the race. Oh yeah, we've already seen this. I feel like I'm accidentally going, you know, in a way. This guy is pretty much cinder now. It was a lot more fun when he was alive and thrashing about. That's kind of mean. Hi, friends. Oh, she goes really early. They should be able to hit all three of these here, right? Don't worry about it. Fuck, I'm tired. Don't fall asleep. I'm not going to. I might call it after this fight, though. I'm not 100% sure on this. Hmm. There we go.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
What? There we go. There we go. Argenta doing roughly half the fucking fight. Oh, I could literally just send her straight in here. Hmm. What? Nah.
I am but a vessel for the higher purpose.
Fuck you. Why did I shoot twice? I'm confused. I actually don't know why I shot twice there.
Out of my way.
Oh, there were some still over here. That's fine though. All right, Cassia.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I could just do it again.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
If I do it again, I mean, I guess I just do it once? Wait, I thought it... Whatever.
At your beck and call.
Nice. Should I do defensive stance? Probably, right? How many unyielding stacks do I have? 3. So that's an extra 16%. Nice. Argenta. Ah.
Eradicated.
I want to hit somebody with his damn dart. Damn it. God damn it. I'm so bad at this. Alright, we're just gonna kill him. The place would be there on time. The turkey. Yeah, I'm fine. If you couldn't tell, I'm fading incredibly quickly. Oh, yeah. I need a nap before I go into work. Otherwise, I'm gonna fucking die. So sorry for the short stream today, but if you didn't notice by the fact that, you know, basically if you see me just like scrolling off into the abyss, I'm falling asleep. I apologize. I am sorry for that. But there's not really much I can do about that unless, you know, I start, you know, smoking the cocaines or something. I don't know. So next week, no stream tomorrow or Monday as always. Tuesday, we're going to be doing the Weepin' Bell solo run in Pokemon Red. Wednesday, we're going to be doing more Devil May Cry 2. Thursday, I'm off as always. Friday and Saturday, I am going to be doing more of this, more Rogue Tradering. I'm hoping to get a new GPU this week. That should allow me to do the local recording that I'm hoping to do, which will help me do my editing more for the shorts and the highlights and stuff like that I'm trying to get into. So yeah, I'm hoping to get that. I'm probably just going to order it off of Amazon because it seems like they have it, the one that I want, the cheapest. But yeah. If you are over on the YouTube side and you haven't done so already, I would very much appreciate it if you would hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel out a bunch. And if you're over on the Kick side, you'd hit that follow button. That would also help out a bunch. Also hit that subscribe button if you feel generous. But yeah, I'm gonna go pass out. I'm gonna go fall asleep. Thank you everybody for hanging out and watching. I appreciate you guys as always. And as always, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you all have a good evening, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.